This is gold on the weekly time frame. Last week on Throne YouTube, when you come and you look at the last video where we tried to understand gold in a range and how we ended up getting this trade from Throne Telegram, this sell after gold got out of that range. We had this sell from around 4488. So I'm going to break down this sell and how we entered it, but also add on to today's how we're going to trade today, especially this week. So if you look at gold from the weekly chart here, you realize that this area here, which is your demand, that is where gold is reacting from this from. And to be specific, the last high after this demand was here. So that now can make me to remove this, and then I focus on this high because this is where the market broke off from to go and form a higher high, an all-time high. And then when it comes back into this area, it has failed to break it down. So this is the first touch, and then the second touch indicating that this is a strong support level. So once you have indicated that support, let's mark our weekly high, which would be here. Okay, so now we have defined price to be trading around this, between this and then this area. And then now if the market breaks to the upside, then we can be targeting that. If it breaks to the downside here, then we can be targeting these other lows here. So we don't have any more information on the weekly apart from going to a lower time frame, and that will be the daily. So on the daily, what do you see? On the daily, you can clearly now tell that this support is holding price here. One, there has been a several touch here, and then this here. Meaning if market breaks this, then we can be targeting these other low if this one is broken. But now that the market is actually far from this, there is a potential that this could be broken and then we can target that. But for this to happen, we need to understand what is inside here. Okay, so to understand what is inside here, you must go to a lower time frame. Now let me just come to the 4-hourly. So on the 4-hourly, if you study price here, okay, you will see clearly there's been a bullish momentum here. And let's understand that bullishness here. So we have a support area here that is holding price. And then from this support, we've seen price breaking this high, okay? Once it broke this high, it came and formed another high here. We have that high. And then there was a higher high here that is on the resistance, on our weekly resistance. So now what you need to know here is that the market is bullish. And why is it bullish? The market is bullish because we have a low here, this low, and then the market breaks to form a higher high. And then when it returns to this, it doesn't reach this other low here. So this is a lower low, this is a lower high. And then from this lower high, we've seen another low that the market has actually created. This is on top of this support, or on top of this our price difference, because the difference between this low and this new higher high, it's also here. And then the difference between this low and then this is also above this. So once you have this clearly, you can tell that price has also broken above these other areas here, indicating to us the market is failing to break the lows and is breaking the highs, an indication that we are bullish and we could head to the upside. So right now, this week, we are bullish until the market takes away these lows. The moment the market takes away these lows, then our bias will change. But we're going to be looking for buys and then buys. And this is the move which will happen, a retest of this and then pulls back. Okay, or we'll have this and then another continuation to the upside. But that is for this week, we're bullish. Last week, we were looking to trade gold in this range here. And this is the area we wanted gold to be able to get out of. So once gold got out of this range, so let me just, because this is where we got this sell. Okay, so let me point you, the price is 448. That's where we got that sell. So 448 happened when market broke here. So this is 445. Okay, around here. All right, so around there. So that is where we actually had our entry after this lows was broken. We had our entry here. And then we're able to capture all this to the downside. But if you want to understand this video more, you just have to watch it here, the first video, which was done 6 days gold in a range. That is where we got that sell. And today, this week, we're majorly looking for buying opportunities because the market has failed to break the low. So let's see how this week plays out.